Hello there, beautiful people, friends and family. I hope you all are well and doing fantastic. A very warm welcome to you all to Nanaba's Kitchen. Today I am presenting to you a whole red snapper that's fried crispy. You can have that in place of turkey or whatever it is you're planning on having this season. We're using very few ingredients because we want the flavor of the fish to shine. So you know it's gonna be top notch in that flavor department. Can't wait to begin. Let's wash our hands so we can start. First thing we're gonna do, beautiful people, is to trim the fins of the fish.
And I like to do this for a few reasons. Safety is number one because the tip of the fins tend to be really pointy and sharp. Also, I like to leave a bit of them on for presentation reasons, and they also fry really crispy, which is absolutely delicious, so why trim it all off? But if you don't like the fins, you can take them completely off.
So the fish has already been gutted, gills removed, the scales have also already been removed. And what I have just done is trimmed some of the fins off, left a significant amount on because when it's fried, they lift up and look really elegant. And presentation, as you know, is everything. Next thing we're gonna do is score the fish.
And to score your fish, friends, you're going to need a knife that is very sharpened. As you can see, my fillet knife is cutting through this fish like it's nothing. Or perhaps not nothing, but something like a hot knife through butter, because you do not want to bruise your fish or disturb the meat itself. It can tear apart really easily because this fish is very, very delicate. So you want to treat it with tender, loving care. And I made some really deep incisions, and you'll see why when the fish is fried later on, it'll be easier to eat. And to see what I mean by that, please keep on watching. And if you're having fun so far, please give me a thumbs up. I have some kosher salt, a quarter teaspoon of white pepper that's crushed. You can also substitute with black pepper. And I have a quarter teaspoon of granulated garlic. That's all I'm going to use to spice and season this fish up. I combine all three in one bowl to create a dry rub of sorts. It's a lot easier to work with that way. And I proceed to sprinkle the fish with it. And the fish today is 2.5 pounds in weight, so it's substantially huge. So you want to season and spice to your preference. It is a matter of preference at this point, especially when it comes to the salt. So I am opening up those scoring incisions I made and making sure that my dry rub goes into it, directly into it. So it's going to season this and spice it up all the way to the bone. And I can feel the bone as I go in with my index finger to make way for the spice to enter the meat of the fish. And that's how deep these incisions are. Very important. You'll see. Keep on watching.
We're going to need the essence of a herb, and today's choice is good old rosemary from my backyard. We're going to place it in the belly and insert it through the roof of the head and out the mouth to stabilize it so when we fry it, it doesn't escape. This fish is ready for the fry.
And I'm using peanut oil to fry today. And as you can see, the rosemary I placed in there is sizzling, so the oil is ready. Now I'm using peanut oil because it can take on very high heat levels, which is exactly what I need to fry this fish. So I place it in gently, being careful to avoid the oil from splattering onto me. All right, so there you have it. I'm going to fry it until the skin becomes nice and crispy, but it will leave the inner layer nice and moist. That's exactly what I'm going for, and the peanut oil is going to help us do exactly that. Keep on watching, friends. It's looking good already. So I have flipped it just to give the same treatment to the other side. It's been about 4 minutes of frying on the one side, and I only flipped it, pretty much took it out of the oil immediately after flipping it, because this is a deep frying after all. So both sides were frying at the same time. If you're not subscribed to this channel, that crispy skin on that fish should move you to do so right now. All right, so I'm making something called pico de gallo. Pico de gallo is really chunky salsa. And so I have some tomatoes that just went in, and I'm also adding some jalapeños that I have seeded and chopped. This is some red onion, same treatment. And I also have some red bell pepper, which is not a traditional ingredient to add to pico de gallo, but I like the sweetness it brings to the bowl. And I'm also going to add my cilantro, which you would definitely want in a pico de gallo, but you can substitute with any herb of choice if you do not like cilantro, also known as coriander leaves. And I also have some lemon juice that I am drizzling into the pico de gallo. Lime is preferred, but I didn't have any, so you can use that for sure. I'm seasoning with some salt to taste, a little bit of crushed black pepper as well. And the lemon, as you know, is going to bring us that tang, which will balance all the flavors in the pico de gallo, plus the citrus flavor also pairs well with the fish. Now I have made a Thai chili and garlic infused oil. So it's a chili and garlic oil that I am now drizzling onto my pico de gallo. That is an optional step, but I really wanted that chili and garlic essence in there.
Beautiful people, just like that, our fish is fried, crispy, and delicious. Now we're just going to mix up our pico de gallo.
And this pico de gallo has been given some character from that garlic and chili infused oil. So it takes it from ordinary to, it gives it pizzazz. yeah, you see what I mean. Now this is the money moment I promised from the beginning. Moist inside. We've already confirmed how crispy it is on the outside. Now this makes for easy eating experience. Picked it right from the bone. That's all from the scoring.
Beautiful people, we have come to the finale of this amazing fish fry. I know you heard the crunch, so I'm not even gonna go there. That garlic, well seasoned, everything is coming through perfectly. This might just be the best fish you've ever fried. Try the recipe, spread the word. Tell your friends about it, your family, your loved ones. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself today. I hope to see you pretty soon on my next one. You know what time it is, but before we do that, make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. It is chop time.